She was my destined mate, yet I drove her away with my own hands. When she vanished into the night with my children, I realized I had lost the most important thing in my life. Now, her absence is tearing me apart. How am I supposed to face this? Chapter 28. Cale slumped against the wall of his father's office, his determination wavering for the first time since he began his search. This is crazy. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Milben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Running a hand through his disheveled hair. How did Liora get all the way to Texas? Alpha Kevin stood behind his desk, his authoritative presence filling the room. We're heading home, he declared, his voice leaving no room for argument. The plan is to get permission from the Pax to search their lands and see if Jeff's there. Cale's impatience flared, his eyes flashing with urgency. Dad, by the time I get back, she might take off again. Then what do we do? His father's expressions softened slightly, recognizing the desperation in his son's voice. I don't think she stayed in Texas. She was likely just passing through, and going back is a long shot. But it's a shot we have to take. His practical nature taking over. Well, contact Paxel over and send pictures out. We will find her. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Milben, heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. She can't just up and disappear. The next day, Cale was ready to leave, his focus solely on finding Liora. Dad, I've got some things packed, and we're ready to go. Jackson is coming to get me. Alpha Kiev and Ness frustration bubbled to the surface. I want you to get a few things done here first. This place is a mess right now. You haven't been home a day. Cale's determination overrode his father's concerns. Dad, I'm running out of time. She's more important. We showed the picture to the two closest packs, but there are 4 more in the area and 2 more further north. It won't take that long, and you'll be back fast. As the situation unfolded, it became clear how much Liora's absence was affecting the pack. Requests and complaints flooded in, highlighting the void she had left behind. The tutoring program, the orphanage, and even basic household tasks were in disarray without her organizing touch. Alpha Kevin found himself overwhelmed, his frustration mounting with each new problem. When his son complained about laundry, he finally snapped. Get the hell off your ass and find someone to do the job. Now this mess is all your damn fault. Just as he was about to lose his composure completely, the phone rang. Yes, Council. His voice trained. The allotment is ready, and you should receive it in the next 3 days. Thank you for participating. As he hung up, Alpha Kevin realized the true extent of Liora's impact on their pack, and the urgency of finding her grew even stronger. Thank you for letting us participate. Alpha Kevin hangs up and screams. I want you. Cale, bring Jackson and his dad to my office right this minute. Yes, Alpha. All 3 stand looking at him and know there is a big problem. Kevin is glaring at them. Do you see this mess? I have 3 celebrations coming up, and according to my secretary Liora, has organized for the last 3 years. Did any of you know that? On top of that, I just got a call from the Werewolf Council. They said that we were getting an allotment for a food program. Something about free lunches and breakfast for the schools. I have to give them the numbers for our last count. Can any of you tell me that? Michael, you are the one that set it up. Why didn't you tell me? Also, what is this about setting up a school program allowing underprivileged kids to get scholarships? Liora comes from all 3 of their mouths. Find out what she didn't get it to me ASAP. They will be here in 3 days. Check her room. There has to be paperwork somewhere. On it, Dad. This is giving me a headache. We really dropped the ball and I didn't even know it. Alpha Kevin is holding his head in his hands with his elbows on his desk. I'm sorry she did all this, Alpha. I will deal with her when we find her. Michael, what are you talking about? Deal with her. She did your job and mine. How are you going to deal with her? You are a fucking idiot. Jackson comes in with an armful of papers. She has things all arranged. He sat then on the Alpha's desk. I found the schedule she set up and the people she planned on hiring to run it. Alpha Kevin went through the papers. She has everything scheduled and organized for the next 3 months. I didn't know she could draw. She has pictures of how the celebrations are to be done. Look at this. It is your Alpha ceremony on paper. Michael looked over his shoulder, seeing the activities she had set up. The lady at the school said she was going to act like a Luna till we got one. She sure was. The secretary knocked on the door. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. We need help for the upcoming full moon run. Liora usually organizes it, and as you know, she isn't here. He'll get back to you shortly. Michael looked through her papers and locate her schedule for the full moon run. After shuffling the papers, he picks one out. This is it. She has it scheduled for the next 3 full moons. That at least gives us time to figure it all out. Organize all those papers and see what she had planned for the rest of this month. Then take the other papers and hire people she has scheduled to run them. Last, find someone to take her place with organizing all the pack activities. I will get on it. If it is all right, I will take Jackson with me, and he can learn how to take charge of being the beta. From what I have just seen, he has some big shoes to fill. 3 days has gone by and the headaches haven't stopped yet. Kale, get in here now. That's my dad, Alpha Kevin. He is yelling at me all the time anymore. When I walk in the door, his eyes are black with anger. What is it, Dad? You are not leaving until you get help at the orphanage. She called back again. I can't deal with all her complaining about us losing Liora. Tell me how they know we lost her. I don't know, Dad. They always find things out. Beta Rogan is taking charge of the food program. He doesn't want to. But the hell with it, he's going to. Can you tell me how none of us knew what was going on in our own pack? I was away for 2 years, so I had no idea. That is a shit-ten excuse. You came home in between classes. Get the orphanage together, then head out. What do you want me to do? Hire someone to work at the orphanage. They'll take care of the other ones complaining. That should get her off my back. Jackson walks to the door and stops, then looks over his shoulder at his dad. Hey, Dad, tell me the truth. Will this emptiness I am feeling, will it ever go away? Alpha Kevin looks at his son. The anger is gone, all he feels is sympathy. I don't know, son. I hope so, for your sake it does. Maybe once we find her. Yeah, when we find her. Kale walks out of the office on his way to the orphanage to get them some help. Chapter 29. 2 days later, Jackson and I are on the plane back to Texas. Jackson, how could she leave me like that? I am her mate, she's supposed to want to be with me. I can't answer that. I feel this is my fault. I told you what I thought and it was wrong. You should hate me right now. You only told me what your dad said. I thought the same thing. That she was good enough. I guess we were both wrong. I don't know, but we will get a car when we land and find her. Things will get better then. Yeah, they will. We rented a car and are heading to the first pack on the list. Hello. I am Alpha Kale from the Skyline Pack. I have come to look for one of our pack members who is missing. I give the same spiel to each and every pack. This is the last one. We have been at this for almost 6 weeks. They all said they didn't take on any new members and that they don't care if I look for her. No one has seen her. As we drive through the pack, it is getting obvious. She is not here. Checks and thanks then for all their help. It's time to go home, Kale. We have to find another clue. I call my father. Hi, Dad, we are coming home. No luck. No one has seen her or heard of her. We will be home in the morning. Jackson, how the hell did she get away from us? I am wondering if she's even alive. You don't have a strong bond with her, and she left the pack, so the Alpha won't know. Kale gets on the plane. If she was dead, I think I would have felt something. The bond is not totally broken, not until one of us mates. Jackson looks at his longtime friend. You might be better off if you took a Luna and let her go. This feeling is getting worse all the time. Sometimes I feel like I'm just a shell with no soul left. That's not good. Once you pick out a Luna and have some sex, it will get better. Let's get home. We are back, Dad. Things didn't go well. All I can tell you is she's not in Texas. You did your best. It has been 7 weeks and a few days since she left. I can't believe we can't find her. She wanted to get lost. She sure did it. If she was killed, would I know it? Yes, the bond isn't all the way broken until one of you mate. That is what I told Jackson. Cale drops to his knees screaming in pain. You are right. Son, can you hear me? Alpha Kevin mind links for help. Dad, it feels like my heart is getting ripped out. When the doctor shows up, Cale is still withering on the floor. What is wrong with my son? As the doctor examines him, he starts to relax. The only thing that can hurt him like that is the bond totally breaking. His mate is being marked by someone else. He rejected her. He is not supposed to feel the pain, I thought. The bond is still there until one of them mates. With this much pain, I hate to tell you this, but she has to be pregnant. When she mated with the other male, it broke the bond that was left from his mate. But it also broke the bond with his child. The mate bond would have hurt slightly. The child would hurt worse. And this is worse than one child should have caused. Cale sits up still weak. You mean she has my child and ran away with it? She may not have known she was pregnant. She left the day after you mated. It will take around 6 weeks for her to realize she could be pregnant. I'm sorry, Alpha Kevin. Alpha Cale, there is nothing I can do for him. How long will the pain last? Not long, it is already decreasing. He will be fine in an hour or 2. Thank you, doctor, I appreciate you coming. I should tell you, the day your child is born, you may feel a tug at your emotions that will break the last of the bond with the children. Like her mating broke the last of yours and his bond. Is there any way of finding the child once the bond is broken? Alpha Kevin says, if another mate has claimed her, he has claimed the child or children. So no, they will bond with him. That is why the Werewolf Council has that law. If they reject each other before the child is born, or if the mate dies before the birth, the mate claiming her becomes the father and has full rights to the child. When they mark each other, they share each other's chemistry. The child will bond with that mate because his chemistry will flow through them, and he will form a bond with that child. Cale sitting there on the floor, unable to move. She took my children. She took everything. How could she do that to me? I was her mate. Even if she couldn't be my Luna, I still wanted her. I would have never hurt her. Not like she's hurting me now. I can't answer that question, son. Only she can. But I don't think you letting her live here to breed her at your pleasure and not letting her raise her own child is that good of a deal. Not for someone who can love and care like she did for this pack. There is no going back now. You need to find your own Luna and go on. I can't even look at a female without getting sick. My wolf is mad at me. He won't let me. How am I going to mate one? Now that the bond is all the way broken, you will be able to go and find your Luna. Wish you might have to wait for the pups to be born to break the bond totally. They are my pups. To my agent extraordinaire, Mylan Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfailing patience, enthusiasm. Part of me, part of my flesh and blood. How do I walk away from them? He starts to cry. His father takes his hand and holds his shoulder. Son, you are to take over this pack in a little under 3 weeks. Why don't you invite all your friends and have a blowout party? Forget about her and this mess. Start over. That sounds like a good idea, Dad. I think I will do that and have a fresh start. Her leaving didn't hurt any of us, we all survived. I wouldn't go that far. We had to hire 12 people to take her place. Then the 2 of them had a chuckle at the truth of the matter. I am not giving up totally. I have decided to send pictures of her to every pack on the West Coast. Someone, somewhere, has to know where she is. Just take your mind off of things, have a party. I will take care of the pictures. Then the phone rings. If one more person tells me they need Liora, I am going to find her and strangle her for leaving. Cale looks at his father and laughs at him. I need to call some of my friends for the blowout I am going to have. The first person I want there is Ethan. Him and I have been good friends. And I could use one right now. First get your strength and get off the floor. Then make the call. Kevin helps pull Cale up and takes him to the couch. Chapter 30. The next day Cale called his longtime friend. Hello, Ethan. To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfading patience, enthusiasm. Yeah. I was calling you to come to my alpha ceremony. Really? She is congratulations. No, I understand. Me, I'm okay, I lost my mate. No, she ran away. She wasn't good enough to be a Luna. The pack wouldn't have accepted her as their Luna. I came up with a plan. I was going to leave her here to mate with, then take a Lewin. It would have been nice. I could have picked out my own Luna and kept her on the side. I even got her a house. Things would have been nice for her. Now when she gets back, I don't know if I will let her have the house. All I do know is when I find her, she is not leaving. I'll make sure of it. Thanks. And congratulations. That is one lucky bastard. He got his mate and is having pups. That could have been me. She took my pups with her. I will find her, and she'll pay for it. The night of the alpha ceremony came fast than Cale or Jackson thought. Jackson yells. Party time, everything is set up perfect. There are going to be all kinds of girls there, so go get ready. After tonight you're the alpha of the Skyline pack. They're going to throw themselves at you. I bought a new tux. It is tailored to fit, so I will drive the girls crazy. Time to party. Kayla smacks Jay Axon's back, excited to take over the pack. The ceremony went great. He is now the alpha, and Jackson is the beta. Well, Jackson, from now on we run the pack my way. I am going to show them how much fun is to have me as the alpha. Jackson comes back with 2 drinks, looking good in his black tux. Well, alpha is you and me. This is going to be fun. Have you picked out the girl yet? The little redhead over there has been flirting with me all night. When Cale wakes up in the morning, he is still a little drunk. The redhead is lying next to him without clothes. She is cute. Maybe I found my Luna. I am going to try a few more before I make up my mind. He leaves her in the bed while he gets a shower and ready for his first day as alpha of the pack. First thing I need is coffee and something for this damn headache. Jackson comes in the kitchen to get coffee. How was your redhead? She was wild. I might see that one again. The best part is my wolf let me have fun. He isn't sulking as much. I talked him into being mad at our old mate, and he decided to let me have who and what I wanted. Good for you, Cale. See, I told you who needs her now. Is the redhead going to be our Luna? I don't know yet. I am going to try some others out and have some fun before I pick one. 2 months has passed since she left. Dad has been sending pictures out to find Liora. Still, no one has seen her. As for fun, I have been seeing all these she-wolves. Haven't picked one yet. Time will tell. Jackson gives him a devilish grin. With all the girls, one of them had to be good enough in bed to make you want more. To be honest about it, none of them are as good in the sack as she was. There was something special about the way she moved and the little sounds she made. I can't get that mate out of my head. Cale looks at the stack of paperwork on his table. You better get started on training. I have partied so much lately that I have let things slide. As Jackson leaves the office, Michael comes in. Alpha Cale, I have been going to packs in the area to see if I can find her. So far no luck, as you well know. Now that I am retired, I would like to travel state to state and find her. Do you think you will be able to find her that way? The pictures aren't working and I can't figure out any other way to locate her. I want to try at least. I can't see why not. Keep in contact with us and let us know how you are making out. Michael nods. If we find out anything, I will make sure Jackson contacts you. Thank you, Alpha. I will start first thing in the morning. 2 more months go by. Jackson, come to the office. Yeah, Alpha. You need me to do something. I was wondering, did you get a hold of your dad? Yeah, I talked to him last night. No signs of her yet. The month. It has been for months and still nothing. Beta Matthew retired and has been hunting for her. What is the matter? To my agent extraordinaire, Madeleine Nilben. Heartfelt thanks for your unfading patience, enthusiasm. You don't look good. Get my dad now. Jackson mind links Alpha Kevin. He walks in the office to see his son curled up in a ball on the couch. What is it? It is happening, Dad. He's here. as he says that the pain lightens up to just an annoyance. I have a child somewhere out there. Then another pain hits just like the last one. There are two of them. I have to find them. Then the pain is gone altogether. They are here and I'm not there to see it. Jackson says, "Who is here?" "My kid. Liora was pregnant." "How do you know that?" Alpha Kevin looks from his son to Jackson. "The doctor told us when he doubled over in pain that Liora has mated with someone. The pain was so bad because when she mated it broke the bond with my children she was carrying. Then he told us the day they were born he would feel the bond finish breaking. I have a niece and nephew out there. Yep, there are two of them. I need to find them. I need them even more than I need her." Chapter 31. Liora. "Dad is taking over the pack so I can stay by your side until the pups are born. They are due any day. That is nice of him. I really hope they hurry up. I am sick of this dad right now. I want to be there and hold your hand and comfort you. He knows how that feels. He did that for my mom. Between Ethan and Papa Thorn, they are making Liora crazy. She can't breathe heavy without them trying to take her to the hospital. We have your last checkup today. Are you ready to go? Hopefully they can tell us the gender this time. Whatever they are, we will love them. But the two of them are movers. They don't stay still long enough to see what they are." Liora says. The house is ready for the pups. Thorn turned the basement into a music room/playroom. This way when she wants to play the pups have a place to stay out of the way. Then he had the dining room made larger, and a 2-story extension put on, with 4 more bedrooms, 2 upstairs and 2 down. The old music room became the nursery. They painted it like the sky all blue with white fluffy clouds. It has a soft comfy rocking chair and 2 cribs along with 2 dressers and a changing table. Fluffy soft toys lay all around it. There is nothing they don't have that they might need. 2 car seats and 2 hikers. Ethan is proud of what they have done. We had the ultrasound. It told us we were having twins, 1 of each. We are keeping it from her to surprise her. Liora, I want you to see what Uncle Thorn and I did. Ethan helps her up and she waddles into the nursery. Ethan, this is perfect. They are the luckiest babies on this planet. We wanted to surprise you. There is 1 of each. That is why this crib and bassinet is pink and that one is blue. Papa Thorn walked in. You like the surprise? It is perfect. I missed a lot being stuck in that bed. The 2 of you are the best. After the babies are born you can check out the rest of the house, but no, we have got to get you to the doctor, and then off your feet. Liora sighs. I knew you would say that. Both men chuckle at her. It's 5:30 in the morning. Liora shoves Ethan. Get up. Enthusiasm. He moans. Get up. The pups are coming. She rolls over. HES still not moving. She looks over to her nightstand and sees her glass of water. That's it. Then throws the glass of water at him and shouts. Get up. Shaking his head and rubbing the water off his face, he yells. What the hell? The pups are coming. And you wouldn't wake up. They're coming. Ethan jumps out of bed and begins to run around like a nut, stammering. He repeats over and over, okay. They're coming. I got this. As he grabs his clothes and throws them on, he mind links Thorn to get the car started and he grabs her bag. He heads out the door and down the stairs. Let's go. Uncle Thorn, he shouts as he jumps in the front seat. You forget something. Looking around, he shouts. Liora. Then runs up the stairs to get her. Thorn shakes his head and gets out of the car. Thorn helps Ethan get her into the car. The 2 of them are fighting and shoving each other, trying to get her in the seat. Liora is beginning to feel like a ping-pong ball. I'll get in myself. She yells. It has been 30 minutes and we haven't even gotten in the car. I'm sorry. Little one, Thorn says as he gets in the driver's seat. Ethan climbs in the back next to her. Thorn mind links everyone that their Luna was at hospital having the pups. As Ethan went with Liora to the maternity ward, Thorn is in the waiting room pacing. He is nervous, remembering how he lost his maiden daughter in childbirth. Alistair, weren't you coming to the hospital? I am on my way, Thorn. It's wrong. Nothing, I was just wondering. When he walks in the door he sees Thorn pacing there about to shift. Yes, was dressed. Calm down. We don't need you doing that in hospital. What if it happens again? It can't happen again, I won't make it, I can't lose another one. Like I told you before. She's strong, she'll be fine. But she won't be if you don't calm down. We don't need your wolf running through the hospital making everyone nervous. With that, Thorn calms down some. He is no longer on the verge of shifting, though he still paces the floor. After an hour, the nurse comes to the waiting room. They are doing fine, but no baby yet. What does that mean? It means they are doing good, but the babies aren't here yet. I told the nurse to come out here every hour and let you know what is going on to help you stay calm. Thanks, Alistair. I knew I couldn't be in the room with them, but I was afraid I would lose it. At 11, the nurse came out. We have a boy. Mother and child are doing fine so far. Alistair starts shaking Thorn's hand and patting his back. Say she did it. I told you she would. Another nurse comes in about 15 minutes later and announces, Mother and both babies are fine, though she's a little tired. Thorn sinks into the seat, grinning from ear to ear. I got grandpups. Alistair shakes his head. No, you old stinker, we have grandpups. Both men laugh, relieved. Everything went fine. Ethan is holding Liara's hand. I love you. You did a beautiful job. Now have you decided which names you like best? I like Wyatt for the boy. It's between Haley and Caroline for the girl. Which one do you like best? I think I like Haley the best for the girl. I really like Wyatt for the boy. Liora is tired, closing her eyes to go to sleep. I'm going to go see our dads. I'll be right back, you get some sleep. When he walks out into the waiting room, he sees them sitting there. Do you want to see the pups? Then he leads them to the nursery. Standing at the nursery window, the three men are making goo faces at the pups. Is this how you felt the night I was born? If you mean full of love and pride and protective all at the same time, if that's how you feel, son, then yes, that's just how I felt. I know I'm not biologically their father, but I couldn't love them anymore if I was. I can't believe how much I love these pups. I thought I would care for them, and in time I would love them right now as if they are part of me. That is because you bonded with them when you bonded with Liora. When you bite the other, you transfer your venom into her and it mixes with her. The same when she bits you. They got your venom when you bit her and you got theirs when she bit you. That is why the law was made. They have no connection with him. Thorn stands at the window looking at the two beautiful new lives. A tear starts to fall. Alistair sees it, puts his arm over his shoulder. Well, Papa Thorn is now Pup. You can't be Grandpop. That's my name. I'm not sharing. All three men start smiling. I'm going to go check on Liora. When Ethan enters her room, he sees that Liora is still sleeping. He sits in the chair by the bed, holding her hand. He falls asleep. Later that day, Bethany and Jose come to the hospital to see Liora and the pups. They're beautiful. Liora, Bethany says, cooing at the twins. Jose glances over and says, They're all right. They're babies. This earns him a slap upside his head from Bethany, who rolls her eyes saying, exasperated, Men. To Liara as surprise, Finn comes in the room. Luna, he says, handing her a gift bag. Thank you. She smiles as she opens the bag and sees two little stuffed wolves that growl when you hug them. One has a blue tie around its neck. The other has a pink bow on its ear. They're so cute. Thank you. Thank you. Luna, I am happy I'm here to see the pups. Then he kisses her cheek and walks out, leaving Liora there amazed at his show of affection. Chapter 32. Ethan comes back in the room with a soda for Liora and sees the two little stuffed wolf toys. Where did these come from? Smiling, Liora tells him, Finn brought them. Ian gave me a kiss on the cheek and thanked me. With a mouthful of soda, spits it out and says, shocked, Yes, Finn. Ethan shakes his head. I can't believe that. H.E.S. never affectionate. Well, I'm special. Then sticks out her tongue. Yes, you were special. As he leans over, kissing her lips. Now that you had the babies, I can look forward to a few nights with my Luna. Then he growls at her. Not for about 2 weeks. With a worried look on her face, she looks up and asks, "What do you think of the pups?" "You mean my pups? I love my pups, they're beautiful." With the words "my pups" and the way he exaggerated the word "my," her heart races, filled with excitement and joy knowing that he has accepted them. Thorn is parking the car he will be right in. The babies are in the room when he comes up. Liora is holding the little girl. "Pup, you want to hold Haley?" "I would love to hold my grandpup." He takes her and his eyes are so bright. Clear he is happy. This little girl is going to be like her mom and play all kinds of music. What makes you say that? Have you seen how long her fingers are? Look at the way she stretches them, like she is reaching for the keys on the piano. Just like you do. I never noticed that you're right, that is how I stretch my fingers. Who knows, she might be just like me. Good, I am ready to go home. They are nice here, but I miss my own bed. You mean you miss your bed partner? You are staying here until tomorrow, then you can go home. Well, how about it, Haley, and you give Wyatt a turn? No, can do. Alpha Alistair comes in the door and picks up Wyatt. I need one to hold. I am a grandpa too. Liora lays there happy and thankful for the way her life has turned out. The next morning, "I'm here. Let's get out of this place." Thorn picks up one of the babies and gives the other. The nurse pushes Liora to the car. Thank the staff for all their care. It means a lot to all of us. It was an honor. Luna, Liora, you gave us our future leaders. Back at the house when they drive up, there is pack members all around wanting to see their Luna and the pups. Just as the car came to a stop, she thinks, "Why, how wouldn't it have been like this at my old pack?" She shakes off the feeling. The moon goddess blessed me with this wonderful life. I am not going to let the past mess this life up. When the three of them get out of the car, all you hear is congratulations. Thank you all for coming to see us home and to greet our son Wyatt and our daughter Haley. The love you are showing them will help them grow with this pack and love you back. Liora takes each pup out of their car seat and shows him or her to the crowd. Thank you. Luna, we will leave these here for our future alphas. They start to leave. Alistair is inside to greet them. The minute Ethan walks in the door, "Give me my grandson," taking him out of his arms. "Don't you dare think you're going to do that with Haley." Thorn gives him a death glare. They both sit on a couch holding the babies, making funny faces at them. Ethan jokes, "Who are the babies in there?" Both of them ignore him. "Are you hungry?" "No, I'm just glad to be home. I hired an Omega to help with the pups. I thought you would want to go back to school and take your music lessons. I wanted you to have the freedom to do that. Thank you for thinking of me. Have I told you lately how much I love you?" "Not as much as I love you." Ethan hugs her. "Is it all right that I go downstairs to play for a little bit? I have missed the piano so much." "Go enjoy yourself. The grandpaps have them." They look at the two large muscular men cooing at the pups in their arms. Liora smiles and then goes downstairs. Within minutes you hear the sweet sounds traveling up the stairs, as Liora sings one of her mother's favorite songs. The pups love the music whenever Liora plays. They go downstairs with her whenever she practices. On nights they can't sleep, she sings, and they are asleep in minutes. Can you believe they are a week old? Baby, it feels so unreal having them here with us. I know what you mean, little mama. I would like to talk to you about the pups. You know, I want to adopt Wyatt and Haley. I want to do it now before you start back to school in a week. Why such a rush? I don't want anyone trying to take them from me. Being the alpha, it will be easy to do with the werewolf part. He did reject them, and you and I mated before they were born. We are safe there, I believe. I don't understand the human adoption. Dad knows some humans that can speed up the process. Do you think? You know who would give us a problem? If they were mine and someone else tried to claim them, I would lose my shit. The sooner this is done, the less likely he can fight us. If he finds out, I don't want to have to kill him for taking or trying to take my pups. I wanted you to adopt them as soon as possible. I didn't want to pressure you to do it if you weren't ready. You have made me the happiest Luna, mother, mate in the whole world. The paperwork takes 6 weeks to get finished. The humans' world was made easier because Ethan signed the birth certificates making him their father. This has made it safe for the twins. No one can ever take them from Ethan. Chapter 33. The twins are a few weeks old and Liora is back to her regular schedule. She started medical school and is also back to music lessons. Today is one of her music lessons. Liora, the music teacher, is here. Thank you. Papa Thorn. Can you watch the babies? I have a lunar project at 6:30. The nanny has to go to her son's wedding. You know you have training in the morning with me. You are not skipping it. No, I agree with you. I need to defend myself and my pups if anyone wants to take them or us. Ethan called. He has a meeting tonight. Also, he wants you to call him and see if you two can meet up. He cleared his schedule to help train me tomorrow. No, not happening. Every time he helps, you cut practice short and wind up in your room. You tell him I said no. You are no fun. She tells him. Then she heads to the basement and music is heard as she plays for the teacher. Ethan, you getting a nanny has been a blessing. Whenever I have to go to meeting, it is nice to have the extra pair of hands. I am going to finish the last of the organizing of the new wing at the school. I will be home around 6. Will you be home by then? I doubt it. I will be home by around 7 if it goes right. I better get going. I will talk to you later. Oh, Papa Thorn said no helping me train. He's putting his foot down. He forgets how it is to be young. I will see you tonight. Luna, I have the twins dressed and getting them a bottle made up. I packed their bag. You take the bags and make up the bottles and I will bring them downstairs. Liora tickles their little bellies. All ready. Come on, my little angels. The meeting is in one of the conference rooms at the pack house. Luna, you have the babies with you. The pack loves that you bring them along. We get to know them and they get to know us. They love seeing pack members too. See their smiles. Interacting with all of you makes them happy and it shows on their faces. They have grown so much in just the last few weeks. Bethany says as she plays with them at the meeting. I see you with them and I can't wait until I find my mate and have kids of my own. Bethany, I want you to finish school first. You are too good at what you do not to graduate. Her mother is a little controlling. Bethany rolls her eyes. I know, Mother, now stop worry. Luna Liora has pups and is going to school. She is right, you have a bright daughter. She could handle it. I have faith in her. Her mother looks at Bethany and then the Luna and shakes her head knowing she was going to win this argument. Let's call this meeting to order. We have to finish the plans for the school to make plans the full. The meeting lasted 2 hours. Liora was happy to get home. She knew tomorrow was going to be a long day, even longer than today. Her next plan was a hot bath and relaxing. Liora, where are you? Hush. Ethan, you will wake the babies. I am in the tub relaxing. Ethan's eyes get big and dark. Liora has her eyes closed resting when without clothes horny Ethan was in the tub with her. To say she didn't rest that night would be very accurate. The next day Liora was excited. The new teacher will be here any moment. You know he is a talented musician. And he also writes music. Stephen Hughes is a well-known world-class pianist. The last composition he wrote was beyond anything composed in years. I know, I heard it. When your teacher told you about him wanting to see you, you made me listen to it. I am a little nervous playing in front of this man. I'm sorry if I am a little jumpy. Little one, why are you pacing all over the place? Papa Thorn, this man can tell me if I am good enough, if I am just okay. Do you enjoy playing and making the music that has made us and this pack happy? You know I do. I love to play and sing with the pack and for all of you. Then if he says you are just okay, what is the difference? We will be just as happy with things the way they are. You are right, what difference does it make? If I make others happy as long as I make us happy. What would I do without my Papa Thorn? Ethan comes in the front door with Mr. Hughes. Good afternoon, Mr. Hughes. It is a pleasure to meet you, Liora says with a small smile. Try not to bite her lip, Mr. Carter starts the conversation. I have told Mr. Hughes about you. He wanted to see for himself. I don't think he truly believes me. We will see when she plays for me. Can we start now? I have a plane to catch this evening. As they go down the stairs, Wyatt starts to cry. Ethan picks him up and brings him with them to the basement. He is still fussing. Hughes is making a face. I will take him upstairs. No, Ethan. I got this. Liora sets him on the bench next to her and plays a song that she sings to him, lulling him back to sleep. What would you like to hear me play? Play anything that you know well. She starts with a piece from Beethoven, then goes to Bach and finishes with the theme song from the movie Titanic. No one says a word, waiting for Mr. Hughes to say something. I will be in the area on a sabbatical. I want to write in peace. I can come here 2 days a week. You will follow my instruction and there will be no backtalk. You think I am good enough. Time will tell. For the next 6 months I will work on your stage presence and your emotions, that you are more than capable of showing. Do you understand what I am saying? Yes, I do. Thank you for this honor. Liora beams. Don't thank me yet. This will cost you. You will play 3 concerts with me. It will be at your convenience, but my time. You want me to play with you on stage? Isn't that what I have just said? Except you will play by yourself as well. The music you play has the passion and skill needed to be one of the best. All you need is dedication to accomplish it. Thank you. Mr. Hughes, this is something I have always wanted to do. My name is Stephen. We will start on Tuesday of this week coming. I will be here at 3 in the afternoon, and we will work for 3 hours a lesson. I will be ready. Thank you again for your time. Liora sounds excited. They walk the 2 out to the car and say goodbye. He likes my playing. He really liked it. I knew he would. Are you ready to play in front of all those people? It will not be for a while. He said 6 months of lessons. Then he will have to have some place to hold a concert at. This gives me time to work on my doctor's degree. I have finished 2 more semesters of werewolf anatomy, and I have 2 years of studies left, unless I take extra classes. I don't think I have time for the extra classes. Do you think you will have time for us? I will always have time for you and the twins. You are my life. If it gets too hard, I will stop the music. Deal. I don't want you to give up your dreams. I will not give up music altogether. I will just put it off until I'm done school. Ethan hugs her and twirls her around. We will all help you. I know you will make it big and outshine the rest of them. Chapter 34. Life is busy with classes and the lunar duties, and the extra time needed for the music lessons. Harriet, I am sorry I am late. Class ran over. Are they ready for the meeting tonight? They are ready. And you aren't that late. I also straightened out your music on the table downstairs. You are the best nanny there is. The 2 headed out the door for the next meeting. 2 days later she had her first lesson with Mr. Hughes. I knock at the door. Hello, Mr. Hughes. Come in. Let's get started. We only have 3 hours. They headed to the basement. Her first lesson is harder than she thought it would be. Hughes is strict and yells a lot. I have told you to sit with your shoulders back. Posture is of the utmost importance. You must learn to show your strength. When you enter the stage, stand tall. Show them they are not over you. You are over them. Show them the power that comes from the music. That comes from you. Now play it again. You need to feel what the piece is saying. Make it yours. Again. This time stronger. This goes on for the whole 3 hours. When the lesson is over, Liora is wiped out. You must practice and hold yourself correctly when you play. I will see you in 2 days. Ethan has been listening to what he has said to her and sees how tired she is. Is this worth it, Liora? I don't like the way he talks to you. If he was a werewolf, he would be dead right now. He means well. I think it is just his way of talking. I would like to keep going if I can learn from him. It will let me do what I have always promised my mother I would do. Music is the one thing that keeps her in my memories and my heart. I understand wanting to do this for her. Just between medical school, the projects you started at the school and the new project at home, how do you plan on fitting it all in? School is only 4 days a week. Summer classes are just like fall classes. When classes start in the fall, I have to work at the hospital. Then again next year when I take the last year of classes. Classes start at 8 in the morning on Monday and Thursday. They are over by 1. Tuesday and Friday they start at 7 and are over at 2. That leaves Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday free to be with you and the pack. I can also spend evenings that I don't have to muck with everyone. She then looks at Ethan. What new project at home? You forgot. You are taking cooking lessons with the pack teenagers. They come here 1 day a week to make different types of food. That isn't a problem. The food we make that day is our dinner, and I would have been cooking anyway. The pack cook is a great cook. It is nice of him to do this. You have this all worked out. Ethan has his doubts. As long as we get some alone time, I can deal with it. The twins are sleeping. Do you want some alone time now? Liora winks at Ethan, who in turn growls and throws her over his shoulder on the way upstairs. This was hard to do, but with the nanny and grandpas it was working. After 3 months of music lessons, things got easier. She finally got it through her thick skull what he wanted. School has been time-consuming. Liora has learned a lot and actually helped some people without her gift. Luna, this was a very good meeting. We got a lot done. I agree, BZNY. I need to go see Ethan. I will see you later. She heads to his office. Ethan. He's called. He wants me to give a private concert at his home. Can you come with me on Saturday? I would not miss a chance to hear you play. I also wouldn't let you go anywhere without me. Ethan gives her a gentle kiss. Let me finish this and I will be home soon. Saturday. They drove up to his house. It was beautiful. When we pulled up there were about 20 cars in the yard. There are a lot of people here. It will be all right. He wouldn't have you here if he thought you couldn't handle it, mister. Carter came to the door. Come in. I want you to meet some of these people, he said as he pulled us to the crowded living room. Liora was greeted with smiles along with stares that felt like they saw through her. The room is lightly furnished with chairs sat in the middle of the space and then a piano sat at the front of the room. The list of people's names she is introduced to she will never remember. They keep touching me. It feels funny. They act like I am gold. I have you, baby. Ethan holds her tighter to his side. Stephen stood in the front next to the piano. Please be seated. The room got quiet as they all seemed to be anxious to hear him play. He told them a list of songs he was going to play for everyone. When he sat at the piano, his back straight, and all his music came across with the strength he had told Liora about. She enjoyed the music. It led to a place of peace. When she looked at Ethan, he was not as impressed with the show. In the werewolf community, a show of strength is an everyday existence. The music itself was intriguing. When he was finished playing, the room applauded. What he did next made her stomach twist in knots. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to meet this young lady. She has a way with the keys that I thought you would like to hear. This is Liora Hins. When she stands, she is a little shaky at first. She straightens her back, walked with pride and power to his side. Then he leads her to the piano. When she sits, he joins Anthony in her chair. 2 deep breaths, then she starts to play. The notes become part of her. They flow easily as if they are leaving her. When she finished playing the first song, she stood up from the bench to leave. That's when the room stood and applauded. Not one person was seated. Liora, play 2 more songs for me, please. She nods to Stephen in agreement, then sits and starts to play again. At the end of the songs, she stood 1 more time to the same applause. She nodded to them, then returned to Ethan. The room came to greet her, all of them praising her. I want to go home, she whispers in his ear. Stick close and we will head for the door. That was so beautiful. Liora, I will never get enough of your playing. Thank you. Baby, it means a lot that you liked my music. Time is going by fast. She only has 2 more classes with Mr. Hughes. That should make life easier. Liora, how much school do you have left? With the college classes I took in high school. Then this summer program I just finished. There should only be 2 more years left. Why, Ethan, is something wrong? No, I was just trying to figure out our schedule. Baby, my summer classes end on August 15th. Then my regular classes start September 5th. Well, it would be a good time for us to take a break. We might just go away for a little. Even if we stayed at home, just some you and me time. I like that idea. We could get away. It would be fun just to have you and me time. I know just the place. Where do you want to go? That is my surprise. Ethan gives her a kiss on the forehead, making her wonder what he has planned. Chapter 35. By the time they were ready for their vacation, the twins were 5.5 months old, sleeping through the night and making life even easier. Where are we going? It is a surprise. Can't a husband surprise his wife? They drove for an hour. Liora, the twins, and the nanny. Close your eyes. I don't want you to peek. They drove for a few more minutes. Then Ethan stopped the car, got out and ran over to open Liora's door. Look. It is perfect. Oh, thank you. A log cabin that is sitting on the lake. It has a large wall of windows allowing you to see the lake. The second story is one large master bedroom with a wall of windows that shares the same view as the living room. It also has an open concept main floor and 3 guest rooms. It is a shame the grandpops didn't come with us. Liora, they thought we needed some privacy, alone time. I kind of think they are right. Your schedule and mine are picking up soon with me taking on that new business and new full-time in school. This might be the only time we get it to be just you and me for a while. You know what I like most? Not to have to run around from place to place. Just sit and watch the pups play. I also get to stay in your arms all day. Well, you're finally up. I thought you were going to sleep all day. If a certain husband has been and kept his wife up all night, I would get up earlier. You didn't complain last night. If I remember, someone kept saying, please. You are no gentleman. Let's take the babies down to the water. They love to splash and play. Time for your swimming lesson. Liora. Not happening. Every time you teach me how to swim, I end up in bed with you letting your little friends out to swim. Their vacation was so short. Even though it was 2 weeks. Time flew by before they knew it. They were back at the house in full swing, running every day. Liora is in school full-time. 2 days in a classroom and 2 days in the hospital. 6 to 8 hours a day. She loved working at the hospital. So many different cases and the personalities. She is looking forward to becoming a doctor. Are you busy? It'll be done in 20 minutes. What do you need? The hospital rounds are running late. And I have a Luna meeting in 30 minutes. And I am stuck here for at least 40. Could you stop by and tell them I am on my way and maybe fill in for about 15? For my beautiful wife. Anything. Baby, I don't know what I would do without you. Honestly, you have been such a big help with the Luna stuff. They must really hate me right now. That is not true. The pack is happy that their Luna is going to be a doctor. Things are getting harder with the workload. Little one, it is 3 in the morning. You need some sleep. I have to get this paper done. It is half my grade, and I got a late start on it. I'll make you some coffee and keep you company. Papa Thorne is my biggest support. He is always there. You should watch him with Wyatt. They are so cute together. To tell the truth, him and Haley are 2 peas in a pod. She has him so wrapped around her little finger. I love having him in my life. It is 7 at night when Ethan gets in. Have I told you how proud I am of you lately? You work so hard taking care of the pack. I think you work even harder than me. You are a wonderful alpha. That's nice to hear. Do you think this wonderful alpha could have some fun with his wife tonight? He gets a shit-ass grin. I think that can be arranged. My days are running into each other with the workload I have. The few times I have time off, I love to watch the babies play together. I hold them and help them walk. This is a special time for us to bond even stronger. It is Sunday, my day off. I have been watching Pop and Grandpop play with the twins. I get a kick out of them. You can tell they are brothers. They say the same thing and make the same funny faces. Now that Alistair is retired, the 2 of them are always together. They have taken the pups for the day from time to time, never overnight. Pop says he sleeps too hard and would not hear them, but this is my family. My wonderful family. I would have never dreamed of such a perfect family when I was younger. Never thought I deserved one. Liora, I think we need to have a birthday party for the twins. That would be nice. Just the family and a few friends. I think we should invite the whole pack and do it upright. Why such a big celebration? Baby? They are too little for one that big. They won't even remember it. They might not, but the pack will. This pack has not had a Luna for over 18 years and no one to throw the large celebrations that most packs have. Now that we have a Luna, I want to change that. So, you want the twins' birthday to be the start? The first pack party? Yes, my darling wife, now can you put it together? In Fiona. So yes. With some help from the pack and Bethany, the party was ready. There are balloons all over and a sign that says happy birthday, Wyatt, and another that says happy birthday, Haley. They might share the same day. But Liora thinks that they should be treated as individuals. Bethany, you and your mom have been such a big help, thank you. And when you see your mom, tell her thank you for me. I heard you. It has been a blast helping set this up. You did most of the work, but I am happy to help. We should do more of these. It is funny you said that. I was thinking that we can do one a month. The full moon is a good reason to have one. Make it a pack party and run. I like that idea, and I know the pack will. I am going to tell Ethan about it, and if he says yes, I thought I would get your help with it and make a group of members get together and organize it with me each month. You can count me in, Luna. Papa Thorn, will you and Downstairs bring up the cakes for me? The cakes are 3 tiers high, one with pretty ponies and the other has dinosaurs. Wyatt is wearing a suit like his daddy, and Haley has a dress like Liora. Cameron, this is my first celebration. Is it good enough, or do I need to do something else? You have done a great job. The pack will love it, and I know they will have a good time. Liora smiles, feeling relieved. The night couldn't have gone any better. The whole pack showed up and had a good time. Both babies fell asleep. Ethan and Liora carried them home to their room and she watched them sleep, thanking the moon goddess for them. Ethan is in the doorway looking at her, when she sees him out of the corner of her eye. What is it? Do you know how amazing you are? I mean that you take care of so much and still make time for them and us. You rock my world. I could say the same thing about you. With all you do in a day, you have time for the twins and me. You are so perfect. How about you take and join this perfect man in our room so we can some time by ourselves? He makes a low growl to show his desire for her. I would do anything for my hard-working and loving mate. She giggles and runs out the door to their room. Chapter 36. The phone rings. Hello, Mr. Hughes. How are you? I would love that. You'll see what I can arrange. Ethan walks in the house and hears the excitement in Liora's voice. Who was on the phone, Mr. Hughes? He wants me to go to New York and do a charity concert. It's in 2 weeks. Can you get away from your classes? Let me talk to my teachers and see what they say. Can you take off time to go with me? First, check on your schedule and if you can get off. If you can go, I will talk Dad into taking the pack for a couple of days. The next day, Liora is all excited. She runs over to Ethan's office. They are letting me take all my tests early and I can do my last project when I get back from New York. That is wonderful. I knew they would work with you. I mean, you are at the top of your class. Did I hear you right? You're going to New York? Yep, I am going to play a concert. Do you want to come? Papa Thorn, why don't you leave the babies with me and the nanny and go by yourselves? That is a wonderful idea. Uncle Thorn, we never did have a honeymoon. Are you sure the babies won't be too much for you? You'll ask for help. Bethany can come over and help. I will be fine. Alone time with his husband, I think we could use it. Uncle Thorn, what brought you to the office? I was going to tell you that I have decided to have a card game with your dad and Finn. I thought you might want to join in and bring your beta. I have to check with the ball and chain. Ball and chain, is it? Just for that, this ball and chain will go to New York without you and let you stay here to take care of the twins without me. Now you wouldn't do that to me. You know you would miss me. He pulls her in his lap and kisses her neck. That is my cue to go home. The game is at your dad's at 7 tonight. I am coming with you, Papa, for I have to get to assignments done before I can go. What is the concert for? This is a charity concert for humans. They have so many more problems than werewolves. That is why we only go to school for 3 years and humans go for 8. I have a year left of school. I will be a little over 20 when I graduate and become a full-fledged doctor. My dream is coming true. She calls Mr. Hughes as soon as she gets home. I can make it. I am looking forward to seeing you. Thank you. By 2 weeks flew by. The day before they were leaving, the phone is ringing. Hello. Yes, we will be there. At 10 in the morning. We are getting there a day early and staying for a day or two after the concert. I'm in vacation. See you then. I have to find my husband. Where are you? In the office finishing up. That was Stephen. He wanted to confirm that we are coming. Why are you yelling? Is what Ethan says as he walks into the kitchen. Smart ass. Sneaking up on me like that. All I feel is the strong arms wrap around me and kisses on my neck. This is a down payment for tonight. He growls in my ear, sending shivers through my body. We need to get some sleep for tomorrow's long ride. The plan is that we leave at 2 in the morning and drive until we get there around 10 in the morning. Finn is going to drive us. And we have 2 cars of guards coming with us. There are also extra guards on duty at the pack just to make sure nothing goes wrong. Liora, let's get some sleep. The twins are in bed sound asleep. In just checking that we had everything. Stop fussing and come to bed. Then Ethan climbs out of bed, picks me up and throws me on the bed like I weigh 5 pounds. I gave you a down payment earlier. Now I want to pay off the rest of the bill. It can wait, we have a long ride. Finn is driving, so you are mine. We won't get any sleep. Behave. Ethan is pulling at clothes. We can sleep on the car ride. Now let's start this vacation off right. Ethan, you are crazy. Crazy for my wife. He is holding my arm over my head as he kisses me down my neck. Are you going to be a good girl for me, or do I have to get strict? The look in his eyes lets me know he is playing, but also tells me he wants this. It'll be good, Alpha. He growls and bites me on my mark. This isn't fair. You still have your clothes on,